It had been a day heavy with unspoken words, the kind that clung to the air like fog. Claire Zawadi stood before her childhood home, a place filled with echoes of laughter and arguments that had shaped her life. But today felt different. It was a day of reckoning. She had returned to confront the truth that had haunted her family for years, a truth buried beneath layers of secrets and lies. 5 years had passed since Claire left Mabolel, chasing dreams in the bustling city. But when her mother, Linda, called with frantic urgency about her father's unexpected heart attack, Claire knew she had to come back. As she drove through the familiar suburban streets, she was full of fond memories with a touch of worries. Growing up here felt like living in a bubble, safe yet suffocating. She thought to herself, I thought escaping would bring freedom, but now it felt like she was returning to a cage. Entering the house, Claire was met with a thick atmosphere of tension. Her brother Jake sat on the couch, glued to his phone, avoiding eye contact. In the kitchen, their mother busily tried to pretend everything was normal. Hey, how are you holding up? Claire asked Jake. The brother, cautiously. Fine, he muttered without looking up. Fine? Nothing about this situation is fine, Claire thought to herself, but knew better than to push him. Dinner had been an awkward affair. Linda, their mom, attempted to engage everyone in conversation while skillfully avoiding the elephant in the room, her husband's declining health and their crumbling marriage. As they ate in silence, Claire noticed her father staring blankly at his plate. Summoning her courage, she finally spoke up. Dad, do you want to talk about what happened? His response was heavy with sadness. What's there to talk about? I'm just tired. Claire reflected bitterly. Tired. Or just tired of pretending everything is okay. That night, unable to sleep, Claire rummaged through old memories in her childhood room and stumbled upon her high school diary, a relic from a time that seemed simpler but was far from it. As she read aloud to herself, Dear diary, I wish I could tell Mom about Dad's drinking, but what if it tears our family apart? The moment was interrupted by a soft knock at the door. It was Jake. Can we talk? He asked hesitantly as he entered her room. They sat together on the bed, shadows cast by a dim lamp, illuminating their faces, as Jake opened up about his struggles with their father's behavior, the drinking and anger that had deeply affected him over the years. I've always felt like I had to protect Mom from him, but now I don't know how to protect myself. Claire reached out and squeezed his hand reassuringly, and she said to him, You're not alone in this. The next day brought more tension as their mom Linda confronted her husband about his drinking. The argument escalated quickly. Linda shouted, You can't keep pretending everything is fine. You're destroying this family. For a moment silence reigned until their father finally spoke up. And what about you? You've been hiding your own secrets. While cleaning out boxes in the attic later that week, Claire had stumbled upon an old letter addressed to her mother from an unknown sender. Curiosity aroused, she opened it and discovered details about an affair her father had years ago. An explanation for much of their family dysfunction. This wasn't just about Dad's drinking. It was about betrayal and silence that had festered for too long, Claire realized. That evening, feeling the weight of unspoken truths pressing down on her, Claire gathered her family in the living room. I found something that explains so much. Holding up the letter for all to see, she declared firmly, We can't keep pretending anymore. The room fell silent as everyone absorbed this revelation. Tears flowed as years of pain poured out. Confessions were shared among them like precious gifts wrapped in vulnerability. Linda admitted through sobs that she had known about the affair but chose to stay for the sake of family stability. I thought staying together would protect you kids, but I see now it only created more pain, she said tearfully. As they began confronting their issues openly, a sense of relief washed over them. a collective realization that facing their past, together, could be the first step toward healing. Claire reflected on this change. Sometimes secrets are heavy burdens we carry alone, but when shared with love and honesty, they can become stepping stones toward understanding. As Claire prepared to leave Mabolel, once more she felt lighter than when she arrived. The weight of secrets had been lifted. They were no longer bound by silence, but united by their willingness to face the truth together. Confronting painful truths was essential for personal growth, and perhaps even for finding peace within oneself and one's family. By the way, if you love these kinds of stories, don't forget to show some love by hitting the like and subscribe button. Until next time.